Yes, I am sitting here, um, just basking in the afterglow of all these days off we have had this week. I did work Wednesday, however, I got off at 2:30, and I had so much to do in order to prepare for Thanksgiving. But thank God we made it. It was a wonderful Thanksgiving. We were here at the house, me and the boys, and we had a wonderful time. And then on yesterday, my daughter came over to spend some time with us, and we just had a wonderful time. Like, we just really had a wonderful time. And I was thinking, I was like, I did not do a review. I mean, I did my girl chat, heart chat, but I did not do a review on Queen Sugar episode 12. Oh my God. Let's get into this review. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you're looking forward to a wonderful Christmas. And then I hope you guys are just really looking forward to a wonderful 2017. Because I am. But anyway, so the episode started off with Ralph Angel. He's sitting at this desk. I guess he's going over bills, or he's really trying to find a way to get this money for the meal, the meal deal or whatever. And so he calls Charlie, and actually she sends him to voicemail because actually Charlie and Remy are at this old mill that I think Charlie is trying to purchase. So she wasn't, trying to talk to Ralph Angel right now. She's trying to talk, run some ideas, by Remy to just get an idea. Because guys, you have to realize she's not a farmer, so she goes to Remy for all the information that she don't know. You know what I'm saying? Which is a smart play, because if I don't know the ins and out of this business that I now have to run or manage, then I definitely would need to talk to someone who do. And Remy knows the ins and outs of being a farmer and how to farm the land and stuff like that. And so they're walking through the old Durant meal, and Remy was trying to tell her, like, these people thought that they would be able to do something different too, make some money or whatever too. And now they're trying to sell the meal because it didn't pan out. But Charlie's persistent, she's headstrong, so she's basically she's not backing down. And she have a meeting later with the owner of the Stingray. So she said she was going to try to see if he would be an investor. So with that being said, her and Remy make plans to meet up for dinner, because of course she would need those farmers. If she actually invest in the meal and purchase the meal, then of course the farmers could come to her, or Borderline, or whatever she's gonna name it. They will be able to come there to use the services of the meal, instead of using Landry's or what's the other one? Bredro. Bredro. Yeah, the Landry's or the Bredros. So I mean, it seems like it would be a great investment if but of course she's doing it on her own. Like, she have not set Ralph Angel down. She have not set Nova down and said, okay, this is what let's try this. Because think about it, guys, that land belongs to all three of them, not just Charlie. So there are other people to consider. Okay, so the next thing you see Kiki and Micah walking and talking, and Kiki informs Micah that Boogie wants to meet him. He want him to come over and have dinner. So Micah was like, I have a question. Why does you call Boogie your dad Boogie? So Kiki was like, well, because Boogie's my stepdad. My real dad ran off or whatever. So Boogie has been more of a dad to me than my dad. So that's his name, Boogie. So, and guys, a lot of us can relate to that. You have stepdads in the picture. A lot of us can relate to that. Hey, and they have been there. True blue. Blood don't always make you family. I'll keep telling people that. And I say that, and I will say that till I take my last breath. Blood don't make you family, baby. So, her and Michael share a little kiss, and, it was sweet. So, Charlie, okay, Charlie was doing too much. Okay, she was really doing too much, but I'm gonna come back hit on that later. Okay, so then Hollywood is in town. He have not reached out to Envy whatsoever. Here's the thing. Hollywood wants to get his divorce and then go before Envy and be like, bam, here's my divorce. I told you I was serious about it. But here's the deal. Envy came over. She's noticed his truck had been there. She was thinking he wasn't gonna do back, before Saturday, and here his truck is, and then Ralph Angel make the mistake and say, oh, he's been back 4 days. So now she came over with a big casserole pan full of macaroni and cheese. So she was like, Hollywood, you been back 4 days, you haven't stopped by the High Yellow, you haven't come by the house, you know what I'm saying? Because guys, women, she just let him off the hook, right? She just let him off the hook. So you would think, okay, this woman, when she gets upset, she holds a grudge. So I shouldn't do anything right now that will make her look at me differently because I just got out of the doghouse. Okay, so I don't know what possessed him. I understand you came from a good place, but even when you was telling her about Leanne, it came from a good place. It didn't go over well. So when he ran out the house, he should have told her, say, I can't stand when people just let the conversation drop. Why are you doing what you're doing? You were staying away because you wanted to have proof positive, papers that you were divorced. So when you ran out the house to go find her, you should have grabbed her and said, look, Vi, okay, I wanted to stay away because I knew I wanted to have my affairs in order when I met, when I came back to you, I wanted to present you with my divorce decree. I mean, she don't know that, right? She don't know what you're thinking. So why didn't you say that? So she drive off, don't bother and drive off, I gotta go to work. Okay. Well, Raphael just like, maybe that wasn't a good play. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. No, it wasn't a good idea. That was a bonehead idea. And then you ran out the house and you didn't even tell her. Like, that's stupid. Like, guys, I have never been that type of person. Like, why? Okay, when you need to explain something, don't close your mouth. Open your mouth and explain what it is. Look, Vi, you know what I'm saying? All that being quiet, how is that gonna help you? How is that helping your situation? So then they decided to go out. Ralph Angel was sort of in his feelings because he feel like Charlie won't let him do anything, make decisions or whatever. So Darla was there. I told you guys, I said if Darla play her cards right, guys, from day one, I have just seen how they were going with the storylines, right? I said, and the matter of fact, the last video, the video before that, I said if Darla play her cards right, guys, did not say it. If she play her cards right, if she don't get on them drugs, she can have her little family. She would be at the trailer park. She would be in with Blue and Ralph Angel. Where is Darla? I'll wait. She's at the farmhouse. She was sitting up on the little couch and her and Ralph Angel having that little moment, baby. I'm telling you guys, Ralph Angel loved her. That's why he was so mean and nasty to her. If a person do something to you and you're not really mentally, emotionally attached to that person, you can let it slide down your back. Whatever they did to you, you can let it just slide down your back. But if your heart is attached, you are upset because of whatever actions they done. So, okay. Hollywood was like, well, oh no. So Hollywood, Boogie, and Ralph Angel goes to this little club that Roberta convinced Vi to go to. Guys, Vi's there getting her little groove on, in walks Hollywood, Ralph Angel, and Boogie. Now, Hollywood spots her, and Vi's taking it low. She done took it low to the ground, honey. Do you hear me? She done took it low to the ground. And Hollywood he was about to go over there and interrupt. And Ralph Angel was like, I don't think that would be a good idea. Yes, it would have been a good idea. Because then, I would have went over there and said, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What is going on? You're my woman. What's going on? And then we would have went outside and she would have said, well, you hadn't been by. And then he could have went on and led into, I haven't been by because I was waiting on my divorce papers. All this stuff that's not being said irritates me. It irritates me. Because when you have something to say it. People don't read minds. So he leave. Oh, he upset. And he's back home packing his bags, and I'm just gonna go and catch I might can catch me another shift, and ain't no need to come back. I don't have nothing to come back to. Stop acting like a broad, because all you had to do was tell Vi what you call yourself doing. Stop being a female. That irritates me. Stop acting like a chick. And call this woman and tell her, you're coming over, you need to talk. It's not hard. But you packing your bags like a chump because your feelings hurt. Get out your feelings, man. Get out your feelings. Can you put your balls back down there where they belong? Please. Can you get your balls out your hand and put them back where they belong? And go over there and talk to this woman, because you're the reason this relationship messed up in the first place. You messed up. You did. Fix it. She's giving you a chance. Fix it. Oh my God. Hollywood was he was such a broad. I was like, OMG. Oh my God. Open your mouth and tell her the reason you was not there. That's how you have to do. She don't know. She don't know the reason you went over there. She may be thinking, oh, okay, well, Hollywood trying to do his own thing. So I'm going to let Hollywood do his own thing, right? But that's not what Hollywood thinking. Okay, well, do you think she understands what you're doing if you don't explain it to her? No, she don't. I was so over Hollywood this episode. I could have just reached my hand through the TV and punched him in the jaw. Really. Just jawed him one good time. Just straight jawed him. Oh my God, it was irritating. Anyway, so Charlie meets with Felix's wife, right? First of all, she meets with the Stingray owner, and he basically was telling her, you got to prove yourself to me. He really ain't really feeling no Davis. He's feeling Felix, because he said Felix is the one feeding Davis the ball. Like, would he have made them shots if Felix wasn't there? You know what I'm saying? He really ain't really feeling no Davis. You know what I'm saying? But Charlie said she will prove herself to him or whatever. Cause, excuse me, guys, he even made the comment, or you the one even making decisions for him? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he pulled the cards out. Or you making decisions for him, baby? So she goes and she talks to Felix's wife, and then Miss Borderline West, honey, she went there. All of a sudden, she done threatened the girl, threatened to put her business out, threatened to release the tapes of what Miss Galudian said about what Felix and them did to her. And old girl was like, "Are you threatening me?" She said, "I'm just letting you know. If you don't get Felix to come down here and play, because I want Davis here with Micah. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get your husband to come down here and play, I'm going to release the tapes. And then if you anything like me, this little fairy tale marriage that you think you got will be exposed, and you will be like me. He's trash and you want to move on. Guess what? I'm pretty sure this episode coming up, Felix will be coming to Louisiana, New Orleans. Okay, guys. So Nova goes and speaks at Xavier College, and they went across the crowd with the camera, and there I spot Calvin, right? I spotted Calvin before she was talking and spotted Calvin. I spotted Calvin sitting there. I was like, I knew it, because I like him with Nova. I like Nova with Calvin. I didn't really care for the relationship with Chantal, because I don't know if Chantal had a motive, an agenda. I wasn't feeling that. Okay, I spotted Calvin. I was like, yes, I knew it. I told you guys, I said, before this season is over, Calvin and Nova will get back together. You're going to see them in bed. Guys, Nova had that spark in her eyes when she looked across there and saw Calvin. I know you guys saw that. She had that spark in her eyes like, oh my, I love him. She had that spark in her eye, guys. Her eyes was all twinkling. I was like, I ain't mad at you, girl. You know, sometimes a brother just bring you to your knees like that. You be like, oh, you just look scrumptious sitting over there. I ain't mad at her, baby. I ain't mad at him. And then he's not bad on the eyes at all, baby. So he calls her, right? I'll get back to Charlie in a minute. But he calls her, and she was so excited. She was like, it was nice to see you too. And, you know, and she was like, we can't keep doing this, and you're not mine to have. And he said, Nova, I left my wife. What? I was like, oh. Guys, when I tell you, that did it for me. I was like, baby, I need the cigarette and the glass of wine. I need it all right now, because this has been one of those moments. I was so excited. I was like, I knew it. Because on one of the episodes, guys, I think it was episode 7, he called Nova, and she was like, if you want to leave your wife, don't make it about me or whatever. Remember that episode? So he loves Nova. He really loves Nova. And Nova loved him. It was just this other stuff got between the two. I don't think race would play a part in their relationship. I don't think he's one that can't feel what black people are feeling. I don't think that. And then, you know, because when he started off saying, you know, since you believe in Too Sweet, I'm going to believe in Too Sweet. The charges were dropped. So he's letting her know, here's my peace offering. I want to get beyond this, man. I want my woman back. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff he was doing is what Hollywood should have been doing. Like, get it together, Hollywood. Get it together. I'm not condoning leaving your wife and all that stuff, but I'm just saying sometimes you fall in love with people. Sometimes it is what it is. I'm not saying go out here and cheat on your mate. Please don't get me wrong. I don't want to see the comments. I'm saying this man fell in love with Nova. Nova fell in love with him. The only thing was he was married, and all of a sudden now if the relationship was over and he was going to move forward anyway, why not move forward with Nova? That's all I'm saying. So he told her that, and that was the end. But then Charlie, she comes home. She sees Michael sitting there with with Kiki and Kiki's friends or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you feeling a certain type of way because these are black kids now that's in the living room, in your living room instead of white kids. Charlie is tripping. She's really tripping, and she's starting to irk me. She calls Davis with this foolishness and pretend that Mike is all out of control, and and now I'm hoping on this last episode it's all for, all this is for, she's trying to get this money because she want to help her family out, and that you're just not, I'm black and I'm with the Remy, but I don't want my son, he's black and I don't want him with these black kids. I hope that's not where she's going with it, because I'm gonna stop being invested in Charlie's character if that's how she's going to play it. I'm for real. I'm not for all that. I'm black, but I don't want my kid to hang with black people. I'm not for that. Oh, I'm black, I can date a black man, but I want my son to have white friends. No. So I'm hoping this last episode reveal whatever she was trying to do, because she called Davis and lied on Michael and said he was out of control and she need him to come down. Now, if you're doing all this for a play for him to move down here, because now you're in distress, you the mom in distress with the kid. I don't know what you're doing. But I'm hoping this episode tied all up for me, because right now I'm looking at Charlie with the side eye like, what's going on? What's the problem? But anyway, guys, that was episode 12. We have one more episode, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.